What's up everybody, my name is Kasper Nørgaard and today let's check the new gimbal from INKEE called Warthog. So first of all, thanks to INKEE for sending this gimbal out for review. I am not being paid to say anything special about this gimbal, and INKEE has not seen the video before it's released. If I am able to find it, I will put some affiliated links down below so you can purchase this gimbal. So if you like the kind of videos I'm posting on this channel, please consider subscribing and hit that bell button below so you'll get notified each time I post a new video. Most of the content on my channel is about camera gear and reviews of that kind. So as I mentioned, this gimbal is from INKEE, and if you're wondering, where have I heard that name before? Well, it's because I did a review of a wireless video transmission system and you can check out the video up here. So this gimbal, Warthog from INKEE, is a new gimbal, and actually it's so new that it has not been released yet. This is the first time that I think anybody will see this gimbal. And so this is kind of a little sneak peek. Therefore, the price right now is currently unknown, and INKEE is also on the development of an application to control the gimbal. So I have not seen that application yet. So let's unbox this gimbal. On the back you can see different things. You can see a little tag here. You can see what's inside the box. It's a kind of a flamingo box. You have the branding right here. And if we open the box here, and as you can see, it looks really nice. I have taken all the plastic bags out because I don't want to show you those. So the first thing will be to take out the foot. It's the standard tripod. That fits together with this handle. By the way, the case is a very snug fit, and some of the parts can take a while to pull out. So the handle is separate from the rest of the gimbal, and inside the handle right here you have the battery. So if I press a little button here on the side, you can see that the LED is switching on, which indicates the battery level. It has a very solid and robust grip, so that's cool. On the bottom you have two different mounting options. You have the standard 1/4 inch thread and a bigger one. So you simply screw this one together, and now you have the foot. So here you have the gimbal itself. It looks very cool. It's pretty simple to put these two apart. You have some connection points down here, a locking, and you simply push this one over. Now it's locked. You have a lock on the back here where you press in, hold up, and then you can slide it off again. So that's a safety lock. On the side here there is a locking, so please lock that so you have control of the feet. If you take a look at the gimbal itself, you have lockings right here to lock this axis. That's pretty cool. You have this the same way over here. But the only thing that INKEE is missing is that you can lock this rotation also, because I think it will be easier to handle when you can lock that one also. You can with these knobs right here, you can adjust this position, and the same right here. You can adjust the height of the gimbal. What is really cool about this gimbal is that you'll actually get a follow focus motor included in this kit, which works with the gimbal and the adjustment reel out here. So you are able to control the focus on your gimbal, or on your camera from your gimbal. that's cool. That it's included. On my old Scion Crane 2, I had to buy this one separately, and it's much bigger than this one. This is neat. So let's check out what's more in the back. You have a base plate, a pretty large base plate right here. You have to use this included base plate to use the motor. I will come back to that later. Also, you have this lens holder. You have an arm for the motor, a rod, 15mm rod. You get a lot of different cables. You have a charger. So the charger plugs into a standard USB. It has a USB input here, or output, I don't know, and a USB-C also right here. Not completely sure what that means yet. And here is what you charge. So you simply plug this one in, and this one into a standard 5-volt connection. The lights from the battery will flash, so it tells you when it's charged. Other than that, you'll get a little small manual to tell you about the gimbal. I know that they are working on another. They have a PDF version. I don't know how they will link to it later, but I think they will do that later. I've seen it, and it tells a little bit more in depth how you should assemble it. This manual does not contain that much, but it's fine that it's in the box. So that was everything that was in the box. This holds much better than the one from Fairytech, but I would still prefer some kind of a locking to close the lid, so it will not get open if I'm traveling or something. Let's check out the details of the gimbal, the inputs, connections, and so on. So as I was mentioning, we have these locking things here. We have a USB-C port, which is used to control the follow focus. You have on the back here, I think it's some kind of a charging station. I believe that there is a device in here that in time will control or wirelessly send a signal to a unit, so you can you can actually use this and wireless transmit your video signal without the INKEE Bang box. I'm not sure of this, but I have an idea. We have a HDMI input. I'm not sure. Output maybe. Input. You can control that. There is a button down here. I think it's for controlling that. You have a little LCD screen showing which mode you're in. You have a controller right here. You have an A and B point or button, and I think it's for setting A and B on the position of the gimbal. So you're positioning the gimbal in one spot, hit the A button, and a new position, and hit the B button, and then say run, and then it will do it automatically, the same rotation and pan and so on as you mentioned. We have a menu button here. We have another button here in the middle. There is a record button because you can attach it to your smartphone, to your camera. You have an on and off switch for the gimbal itself. You have a very solid grip. The handle has a rubber surface, so that's pretty cool. It's actually nice to hold. And on the side you have the wheel. For the wheel you can both control, I think you can set it to control the gimbal itself. You can also control the gimbal with this one, but this is also for the follow focus to control that. So I think let's just build a gimbal. I will just switch around with the cameras because right now I'm shooting on the GH5 and right here the G85. And I'll just have a big setup for this test, so I will switch around to you. So here I have the GH5 As you can see, this is a pretty heavy setup, which I will have on the gimbal here. So I have the GH5 in a cage from Niceyrig. I have a soft handle out here. At the other side, I have some cable management. I have the cable for the headphones. I have a cable, HDMI cable, so I can quickly put it in and take it out. On the top, I have a small NATO rail, and on the bottom, I have the Manfrotto, a really small one, 501 plate. I am shooting with the Metabone Speed Booster, and right now I have the Canon 24-105. So this is my setup. The gimbal can take up to, I think it's 5 kilograms, so that should be okay with this one. Let me just tell you how we're going to proceed. First, remove the base plate. So I just fasted forward a bit, and I attached the base plate with the lens holder. So now comes the next thing. As you will see now, to attach the motor, you actually need to attach it directly to the lens holder. I don't think that's the best solution. I would like that INKEE comes up with another option. You can also add something on top of your gimbal where you put in rails and then add your motor. But right now, this is the only way, because you have to attach this arm onto this one. Yeah, once you have the motor put on, you can take the USB-C to USB-C cable, put it into the motor, and you need to attach it directly up to this one afterwards. After that, find a cable. I'm shooting with the Panasonic, so you need this remote control cable. Place it into the input. And now we're also ready here. It's USB on the other end. To start, unlock the positions. I'm not sure you can lock the position up here. Yeah, you can actually lock it up here. That could make it much easier for you. So add your camera to the top. Underneath here, there is a screw which where you can change the position of the camera in the Z-axis, X-axis. So the pan. So right there. And over here, you can lock the camera down. Please do that so you don't lose your camera. That's a stupid mistake to make. Now you can unlock this motor, and you can see it's tilting front. So make some adjustments. Start by adjusting the camera back in this position. Now just lock it once you have added that. Please add the cables, and remember to add any of anything on your camera. If you have a lens cap, take it off. If you need to put in a variable ND filter, put it on before you stabilize. Otherwise, you can do it all over again. That's simply a waste of time when you're shooting with a client. Also, remember your tilt screen if you want to have it directly on here, or if you want to have it flipped out. You have unlocked this one. Now you need to unlock this one. And now you are changing that position, this position. So when you have unlocked this down here, make that change. I guess it's pretty stable right now. The next thing you'll do is to change the height of the gimbal, so to say. On the front here you have another knob. Loosen that and pivot your camera up. And now you have to simply turn it this way a little bit at the time. You need to face your camera to the ceiling, and when it's not pivoting back or forward, you have the perfect position. If your camera can stay in the same position, you have the right. So as you can see now, I can position the camera in all the directions. I think we need a little bit here, but I think it's okay because it's returning to the original position. The next and final thing you will have to do is set the control of this direction. So unlock this one. Remember, hold on to your gimbal. Lean it this way down. And as you can see, it's turning down. So you need to get this one vertical as well. So push it a little bit up until it's falling back right here. So I guess it's here. Lock it. So now my setup is a little bit out, but it's okay for right now. But it's stable. And let's do a short tour of the gimbal. Hit the power button. The LCD screen will show up, and it's adjusted by itself. Now you can see it's working. Very nice. Everything is working as intended. The button here in the middle will, if you hit it once, it will turn into an action button. So when you turn it, you can see it's turning slow. When I hit the action button, you will turn it very fast. That's good for transitions. You have the NB button over here. I will not show that. So the modes you have is of course the normal standard mode like this. If you hit the M button once, it will turn into where you have the pan locked, but not this one. If you hit it again, you'll go back. If you hold down the M button, you can dial here and turn into the next mode. We have this one also. You probably know this one if you are into gimbals. It's like a Steadicam mode. The HL is like a following mode. So again, back to the button here, the action button. If you hit it twice, just like this, turn the gimbal with the joystick down here. If you hit it twice, it will reset, get back to your standard position. If you hit it 3 times, you will turn it into selfie mode. 3 times again to get it back. 2 times will only reset it, not the back way. Yeah. Over here we have an attachment for like a monitor or a handle or something. I think I will get a handle in the future because it's a pretty heavy setup. You have the dial out here, and as you can see, I am controlling right here the motor with this one. So that is pretty cool. It's working very good. So as you can see, it can handle a very heavy setup. GH5 Metabone Speed Booster Canon 24-105 is a pretty big setup. So this was just a quick tour of the functions in here. Let's go outside and test it. Thank you for watching the review of this gimbal from INKEE. If you like what you see, please subscribe to this channel. Leave me a comment down below. Hit me with that bell button and the like button, and I will see you in the future.